Welcome in here to Louder Milk Field on a cold and brisk Friday night here from the Milk Jug. I'm Brett Loftus here on April 8th, 2022 as we have a USA South Conference matchup, game one of a three-game series between your Piedmont Lions as the visiting Scouts of Covenant College. Defensively for the Lions, we'll go ahead and get that underway. Peyton Irvin had BP1 night as he's going to be starting on the bump. Tyler Nelson behind home plate. Grant Olson at first. Scotty Lyon at second. Braden Brooks at short. Kyle Carlson at third. Left to right in your outfield, the former Scott, Alex Gonzalez. Carter Ballstat in center. And then in right field, Mr. Noah Aaron. The lineup for the Scots, it'll be led off by designated hitter Ken Burke. Batting second, the shortstop Zeke Gilbert. Batting third, the catcher Josh Harvey. Batting fourth and playing center field, Kenny Mills. Batting fifth, the third baseman, McCaleb Harleman. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Joseph Ridner. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Tyler Cox. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Trevor Graventhine. Batting ninth, it'll be the left fielder, Chase McBriar. And starting on the mound for the Scots, it'll be Bryce Bollinger. Peyton Irvin getting ready to get underway, is now stepping into the box. It'll be the designated hitter, Ken Burke. As P1 settles in here, we're going to get started right at the 6 p.m. first pitch start time. As again, here from Louder Milk Field, it's a cold one, 49 degrees here at the time of first pitch. As first pitch will be on the way, a big breaking ball called for a ball at 5:59 p.m. 49 degrees here in Demers, GA, as the wind is blowing straight east at 16 miles per hour. Actually feels like 43 degrees here in Demers. This one hit back up the middle. Braden Brooks will get his first chance at shortstop. Throws it to first for out number one. So now with one out, this will bring up the two-hole hitter, the shortstop Zeke Gilbert. As if you're wondering there, Lions fans, obviously Scotty Lyon has played shortstop for the majority of the year, and Braden Brooks has played at second. Actually had a switch last weekend up at Berea. Our middle infield flip-flop there, so Bebo will now be playing at short. Scotty Lyon playing at second, as obviously that worked to success as the Lions were able to get a three-game sweep of Berea last weekend. First pitch breaking ball called for a ball there from P1, 1-0 count now. Lions come in at 13, 11, and 1, 5-1 in conference play, as the Scots come in at 10 and 15. Second pitch is going to be a breaking ball, sits right down Broadway, 1 ball and 1 strike. Covenant wearing those baby blue uniforms, as that one's going to bounce in there, 2 balls and 1 strike. Royal hats, royal helmets, royal blue socks. Got on the white pants tonight with the royal blue stripes, so mixing in some baby blue in there. Again, we've seen a lot of these colorways this season. Very same color palette as Christopher Newport. This one hit out the left field. Alex Gonzalez will move back to the track, and he'll catch his first out against his former team here for out number 2. So now with 2 outs, this is going to bring up the 3-hole hitter, the catcher, Josh Harvey.
Number 14, Josh Harvey.
Josh Harvey, to nobody's surprise, hitting in that 3-hole, has been the best hitter this season for the Scots as he's hit .386. He's belted out 1 homer and 14 RBIs. As the first pitch to him on the way, he's going to send that one to left center field. Gons moves to his left just a bit, and he'll catch it there for out number 3. A 6-pitch first inning there for Peyton Irvin, as efficient as it gets. Heading to the bottom of the first inning, we're deadlocked at 0. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Back here at the Milk Jug, home half of the first inning, getting ready to get underway as 1-2-3 will be due up here for the lines. That'll be Noah Aaron, Alex Gonzalez, and Carter Ballstead. After those three gentlemen, it'll be hitting cleanup Hunter Kane, Kyle Carlson, Grant Olson, Tyler Nelson, Scotty Line, and then Braden Brooks around out your 9. Defensively for the Scots, it'll be on the mound, as we stated earlier there. It'll be the sophomore right-hander Bryce Bollinger. Behind home plate, it'll be Josh Harvey. At first, Tyler Cox. Over at second, it'll be Trevor Graventhine. At short, Zeke Gilbert. At third, McCaleb Harleman. And left to right in your outfield, Chase McBriar, Kenny Mills, and then Joseph Reigner. For Bollinger this year, he's got a 5-run record, a very good record, as he's recorded half of the Scots wins on the mound this year. Downside for him is 4.81 ERA. A very good strikeout to walk ratio, though. 40 strikeouts to 16 walks, and that's all in 43 innings pitched. Leading us off here, it'll be the right fielder, Noah Aaron, as Noah and Carter, the only two guys to get a hit in every single conference game this season for the Lions. As the first pitch on the way here from Bollinger. Noah will foul this one off down the right field line, up and out of play. Noah has started out there in right field for all 6 of the USA South Conference matchups and in 3 non-conference. In those 9 starts, Noah's been able to accumulate a .378 batting average. 0-1 on the way to him. He'll take a breaking ball off the plate there. That'll even us up at 1-1. Noah has 5 extra base hits this season, 3 doubles, a triple, and a homer, while accumulating 12 RBIs. As a 1-1 from Bollinger on the way. Noah, a little under that breaking ball there. He'll fall behind here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Biggest thing for Noah has been able to get on base at the top of the order. .472 on base percentage so far this season. Bollinger back into the windup, 1-2 on the way. Noah chops this one back up the middle. It's going to be a tough play for Zeke Gilbert short. He'll get it out of his glove and get Noah Aaron by a step for out number 1. Good play there by the Covenant Scott shortstop. As now this will bring up the 2-hole hitter, Alex Gonzalez.
Now batting left fielder number 16, Alex Gonzalez.
The ongoing joke down there in the Lions dugout has been ever since Alex Gonzalez, we've started conference play, he's turned into a brand new man. Got that average up well over 200 now, hitting .242. He's also belted out 3 homers, as well as walking 18 times. He sends this one to deep left center field on the first pitch. It'll hold in the yard as Kenny Mills will get his nose under there for out number 2. God's trying to go deep, his first at-bat versus his former team. He missed that one probably about by 10 feet, as now this will bring up the 3-hole hitter of Carter Ballstead. What hasn't Carter done this season is he's continued to do great things, even while the Lions have been on the road. .419 batting average, 8 homers, and 37 RBIs. As the first pitch to Carter on the way, that's going to be low and in the dirt. 1-0 count now. Program record in the NCAA era, 8 homers, as Carter sits on that one, tied with a program record. Next one he hits will break it, as the 1-0 on the way here from Bollinger. Carter takes a breaking ball there on the outer half. Looked a little low, but it will be called a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Bollinger working with some tempo here. 1-1 on the way. That's going to be a fastball, and that's going to be called a ball. 2-1 count now. Bollinger continue to work with tempo. Here comes his 2-1. Carter take a breaking ball at the knees, and that'll make the first time the deuce is wild this evening. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the home half of the first inning. 2-2 on the way. Carter sends this one out in the right center field, and that'll get down. As the right fielder, Reigner, will get to it quickly. Carter has to retreat back to first. Carter continues his hitting streak in USA South Conference play as he'll get that one up to 7 ball games. And now coming to the plate, it'll be the cleanup hitter, Hunter Kane. Hunter hitting a .250 rate on the season, 4 homers for him and 14 RBIs. Still getting on base at a good rate of .416. As the first pitch to him here will be way up and out of the zone, up near the eyeballs. as that'll run the count to 1 ball and no strikes. Bollinger pitching out a stretch for his first time this evening. As Carter is 22 for 24 in stolen base attempts this year. We'll see if he's moving. Not on this pitch. Hunter take a fastball lower than the first one, but still not in the zone, as that'll make the count 2 balls and no strikes. Bollinger will come set. Carter got a pretty good lead over there at first. He's running this time. Hunter takes the pitch. It's a called strike. Throw sails into center field. Carter still second. He's going to advance to third on the throw. So now we got a 2-ball, 1-strike count here, and Carter Ballstat stands on third after his 23rd stolen base of the year and then an E2 throwing error. As Bollinger now has worked himself into some danger with his defense, with defensive help, rather, should I say, with Hunter Kane ahead in the hitter's count and Carter Ballstat standing on third. 2-1 on the way. Hunter sends this one out to right field. Looks like that one's going to hang up a bit too long as it does, as Joseph Ridner will catch it there for out number 3. Carter Ballstat extends his conference hitting streak, able to steal second and get over to third on a bad throw. However, he's not driven in, as we still have a scoreless ball game heading to the second inning. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Brett Loftus having a good night. It's a cold one, even though we're riding solo here. As Peyton Irvin's got a toe back in there on the rubber, he'll face the middle of the Covenant Scots line up here. Even though it's a cold one here, Peyton bringing heat. 85 miles per hour there is what his top fastball was there in the first inning. As the first one on the way here, big breaking ball, catching a strike zone, 0-1 count. As a cleanup hitter here will be the center fielder Kenny Mills. Kenny Mills having a very good year. 6 homers for him, as that'll best on the Covenant College team. As 0-1 is chopped out to the shortstop, Braden Brooks. Bebo will make the backhanded play. Throw it to first. Look like the ball will tip over Grant Olson's glove. Kenny Mills will squirm her back to the bag there. As we'll see if that's ruled a hit or an E6 throwing error. It will be ruled an E6, as just confirmed there. As that'll be the first error of the evening there for the Lions. As Kenny Mills will reach over there at first, and this will bring up the 5-0 error to third baseman, Michaela Harleman. Harleman, a .316 hitter this season. He's also a multi-homer guy with 2 homers and 19 RBIs. As I want to thank Chaz Crawford for giving us the top pitch there from Peyton Irvin. As P1's first pitch to Harleman, he'll check swing there and go around. 0-1 count now. 10-15 overall, 2-7 in conference play are the Scots. Also a very home-heavy team. Still losing record at both, but 6-7 at home and 3-6 on the way for the Scots. As that'll be called strike number 2 there at the knees. 0-2 count now. Scots are also 1-2 at neutral fields. So not playing at Lookout Mountain. The Scots are 4-8 on the season. As the ball flies up there on that mountain, as P1 will come set here. 0-2 on the way. That'll be in the dirt. Good 0-2 pitch there to run it to 1-2 now. And again, same thing with Kenny Milston over their first 6 homers. 5 of those have come up at Covenant this season. His lone homer not at home was at Sewanee in the midweek action a few weeks ago. P1 will come set. His 1-2 on the way. This will be hit a mile up in the air. Gonz is going to have to play it out there in left field. He'll get under it and catch it there for out number 1. Mills about halfway between first and second will retreat back to the first base bag. As now with 1 out, this will bring up to the dish the right fielder, Joseph Reidner.
Right fielder, number 11, Joseph Reidner.
Reidner swinging it from the left side here. Only 2 left-handed bats in this Covenant College lineup, as the Lions only have 1, that being the first baseman, Grant Olson. First pitch on the way there. Great breaking ball from P1. 0-1 count now. As Peyton obviously mentioned, 85 miles an hour, what he topped there in the first inning. Also very good breaking stuff from him tonight. Peyton looks as crisp as he has looked all season long. He'll come set in the stretch here. His 0-1 delivery on the way. This one hit up in the air. It'll go out of play down the third base line. Quickly working another plus count here, 0-2. Big thing for Peyton is command. Obviously, he pitches to a lot of contact, and that is because of his command. And when it's usually good, he throws a high percentage of strikes. 38 strikeouts, only 14 walks this season. 6 of those walks came in just a single outing. So Peyton, not a guy that's going to issue you freely to first too many times. He'll come set. His 0-2 delivery on the way. That's going to be low and in the dirt. Mills will stay put at first. That'll run our count to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Kenny Mills not getting too large of a lead over there at first. He is perfect this season in stolen bases. Granted, just 3 for 3. As Peyton will check over at first. Lions wearing their beautiful white and green pinstripes. 1-2 on the way. Again, another one in the dirt. Reidner will not give a chase at that, as that'll even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, start time originally moved up to was originally 7 p.m., moved up to 6 p.m. Same thing with tomorrow. If you're coming out to Louder McField, we're not starting at 2. It'll be at 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. for our Saturday afternoon doubleheader. You can check all the schedule updates, roster news, anything athletic action, PiedmontLions.com. This one hit out the line. 4, 6, 3, double play as the Lions will get out of that one. Peyton Irvin, very, very, very efficient from him thus far, is heading to the bottom of the second. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Lions have due up here 5, 6, and 7 in the home half of the second inning. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Kyle Carlson will lead us off as Bryce Bollinger going into his windup. He'll throw a ball in the dirt. 1-0 count now. The freshman phenom has still been as good as they get this year. .327 with 3 homers and 19 RBIs. .421 on base percentage for him thus far in his freshman campaign. 1-0 from Bollinger on the way. Looks like that'll catch the outer half, and it does. Even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. One on the way to Kyle. This will pop out of the catcher mid of Josh Harvey. It was outside anyway, as that'll, and not even us up. It'll work ahead for Kyle Carlson. 2 balls and 1 strike. Both teams wearing white pants. Usually don't see that from the away team too often. Do like that look from the Scots, though, as the 2-1 on the way here. Kyle will take this one low and away. Now Carlson very much so ahead in the hitter's count here. 3 balls and 1 strike. Forgot to mention the lids for the Scots. Royal blue lids with that Covenant C on there. As a 3-1 on the way, Kyle chops this one back up the middle. Bollinger gets his glove to it. Instead, it'll be fielded by the second baseman, Graventhine, for out number 1. So credit that one a 1-4-3 put out, as this will bring up to the dish now to first baseman, Grant Olson.
Now batting for the Lions, first baseman number 25, Grant Olson.
Grant Olson, much as the same as Noah Aaron, was not the opening day first baseman, but since he's got his chance in the lineup, he's made the most of it, hitting .323 with 8 RBIs, getting on base every other time he comes to the dish at a .500 percentage, as he'll take a hack at a first pitch breaking ball. This one will be fouled out of play there behind the Lions dugout. 0-1 count now. Grant had a very good weekend last weekend up at Berea, where he was able to help contribute to a trio of wins, as that'll be strike number 2 there. 0-2 count now. Went 1 for 3 in game 1 up there. 0-2 on the way. Grant able to fight this one off, as it'll go left to the third base bag. Harleman still makes a play on it. Now it'll be 0-2 to be done yet again here. Standing on deck will be the backstop of Tyler Nelson. As Bollinger back into the windup. 0-2 on the way. Gio sends this one way up in the air and out of play yet again. So fighting here is the Lions' first baseman. Defense shifting ever so slightly, as Harleman playing deeper in to his left over there at third. As Gio will take this one the other way. This will be down the left field line. Harleman trying to find it, and a good play there by the senior third baseman for out number 2. Had to go over his right shoulder there to catch that one retreating. So now with 2 outs, this will bring up the Lions' backstop, Tyler Nelson. Nelly batting even .200 on the year. He's got 1 homer and 8 RBIs. And again, a great on-base percentage for him at .414. First pitch from Bollinger on the way to Nelly. Big breaking ball there. Broke a little bit too much, as that'll be low and away. 1-0 count now. Tyler Nelson just contributes so much defensively here for the Lions. And again, has been at the plate this year as well, getting on base at over .400. This one near up his bean top as he moves out of the way of that. 2 balls and no strikes. Bollinger again working with his quick tempo here. His 2-0 on the way. It'll be a fastball low and in. That'll catch the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike now. The Lions' lone hit thus far has come off the bat of Carter Ballstat. As the 2-1 on the way here, Nelly will take that one in the dirt. He'll work ahead 3 balls and 1 strike. Second 3-1 count we've seen tonight. Not a walk has been issued yet by Bryce Bollinger, now through 6 batters. See if Tyler Nelson can change that trend, as Bollinger will get a new ball. As he'll come set his 3-1 delivery on the way. That'll be low and in the dirt, and Tyler Nelson will be the first walk of the night as he'll trot on down to first. Good plate appearance there from Nelly, as this will bring up the Lions' second baseman, Scotty Line.
Now batting second baseman number 14, Scott Lyon.
Ever since Scott has changed his walk-up song, he's changed his season. Scott is on quite a hot streak right now, batting .278 with 15 RBIs. Still looking for his first homer of the year, as he always seems to heat up in conference play. Big breaking ball there. He'll take that one as that'll run it to a 1-0 count now. Scott, again, one of the top performers in conference play for the Lions thus far. .350 batting average in USA South Conference play through 6 ball games for the Lions. As Bollinger, 1-0 delivery on the way. Scott will swing under a fastball there, even us back up at 1 ball and 1 strike. And as you heard mention Scott changing his walk-up song, that's the talk down there going on in the Lions dugout. Seemed to change his ways here, at least at Loudermilk Field. As Bollinger will come set. Scott will call time. He thought Bollinger took a little bit too long, and actually the second base umpire will call a balk, as they'll make Nelly go back to first, as they'll say time was called before the balk was issued. So Tyler Nelson goes back to first, and now Scotty Lyon will step back into the box. We have seen Bollinger a few times here come set while he's been in a stretch, though granted that's only been for 3 at-bats tonight. He'll look back and actually stare towards his shortstop here. And then on the delivery, 1-1, that'll miss up and away there. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's a rather odd delivery. I mean, hey, if it works, it works. But when he begins his delivery home here in the stretch, not even looking towards the plate, as if you'll notice here on your screen, the 2-1, looks back towards the shortstop, then delivers home. Big breaking ball will miss the plate again. The third 3-1 count we've seen this evening. 3 balls, a 1 strike, and 2 outs here. Tyler Nelson at first. Tyler Cox kind of holding him on. As the 3-1 delivery on the way, Scotty Lyon will swing under a fastball there to run it full. Tyler Nelson will be in motion here over there at first, as Tyler Cox, the first baseman of the Scots, won't even hold him on. So we'll see Nelson get a bigger lead over there at first. He'll be in motion. Bollinger will come set. Full count delivery on the way. Scott able to fight a fastball up and in off, and that'll be foul out of play down the first base line. We'll do the full count once again. Flying is able to reach. On deck will be the shortstop, Braden Brooks. Bollinger comes set. Big pitch on the way here from him in the bottom of the second. Nelson in motion, and that'll be a good change up there on the outer third, mid-thigh, as that'll be strike number 3 and out number 3 here in the bottom of the second inning. Heading to the third, still a tie ball game at 0-0. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Getting ready to begin the top half of the third inning here from the Milk Jug. I'm Brett Loftus. Peyton Irvin also getting ready to begin his third inning of work. As he'll face the bottom three of the lineup here for the Covenant College Scots. As leading us off here will be the first baseman, Tyler Cox. Cox swinging it from the right side here. As both first basemen this evening, both wearing 25. A rare occurrence in baseball. Pretty cool. The first pitch on the way here from P1. Swing and a miss there. That'll be only his 19th pitch this evening, as he had 18 pitches through 2 innings. That's about ideal there, 9 pitches an inning. That's his 0-1 delivery on the way. Looked like that might have been a fastball. Misses away there. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Tyler Cox batting just over the Mendoza line at .216 this season. Does have 3 homers and 14 RBIs. That's his 1-1 on the way. He'll chop this one down to third. Tough bounce there for Kyle Carlson. Able to make the backhanded play and throw the first for out number 1. Kyle Carlson continuing to flash the lever over there at third. As now with 1 out, this will bring up the second baseman, Trevor Graventhine. Graventhine also just barely hitting over that Mendoza line at .206. Yet again, multi-homer guy with 2 homers and only 4 RBIs, as he'll take the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 count. Delivery on the way. This one hit way up in the air to the right side. That's going to be in shallow right field, as the second baseman, Scotty Lyon, makes a running grab to get that one for out number 2. Scott and Noah Aaron almost collided there, as well as the first baseman, Grant Olson, going back on that. As I think Noah might be looking at him saying, next time that might be my ball. Nonetheless, the Lions get the out, and that's all that matters. As bringing up to the dish now, it'll be the 9-hole hitter wearing number 9, Chase McBriar. McBriar hitting .200 this season. This is only his 7th start in the year, and a season that Covenant has played 25 ball games. As he'll take a first pitch ball on the way, 1-0 count. McBriar only 20 ABs from him, so he's still getting warmed up here in the middle of the year. There's a 1-0 from P1 on the way. This one hit again up in the air. This will be down the right field line. Noah Aaron hustling, running at full speed, trying to get to that one. It'll be just out of play, probably about a foot out of play outside that foul wall down the first baseline. As that'll run the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So McBriar pick up the bat here. Is this a red and black aluminum bat here? Step back in that batter's box. His on deck will be the leadoff man, Ken Burke. Peyton in the windup here. His 1-1 delivery on the way. That'll be a breaking ball there. Missing about 57 feet. Good scoop there from Tyler Nelson. As working ahead will be McBriar. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1, hit out to right center field. Noah Aaron's going back. He'll stop in front of the track, and he'll catch that one for out number 3. 3 up and 3 down here in the top of the third inning. Heading to the bottom of the third, still all tied at 0. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Getting ready to begin the home half of the third inning. Is due up here. It'll be 9-1-2. Leading us off, it'll be the shortstop, Braden Bebo Brooks. Bebo hitting at a good rate of 300 so far this season with 8 RBIs. And again, a great on-base percentage at .444. As his first one will be hit up in the air and out of play down the first baseline, foul, 0-1 count. Some stats on Bryce Bollinger, sitting about 80-82 is the word down there from our guys on the radar gun. And he topped out at 84 miles per hour there in that second inning. Thankful to our guy sitting behind home plate down there, Mr. Chaz Crawford. As the 0-1 on the way from Bollinger will be low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, Braden Brooks and Scott Lyon been in the middle infield for the majority of the season. However, they flip-flop from short and second. Is Braden now playing short, Scotty Lyon playing second. So that'll be a called strike inside there at 1-2. As Braden started playing shortstop last weekend at Berea. Obviously, Scotty Lyon at second. As Bollinger back into the windup. His 1-2 on the way. It looked like that one almost hit Bebo in the backside there. As that'll even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Noah Aaron stands in the looms here, and then after him, Alex Gonzalez is who's due up this inning. 2-2 delivery on the way. Bebo will take that one on the outer half. Look like a good change up there. Bollinger will get his second strikeout victim of the evening. Both have been looking, as that'll be through the first 9. This will turn over the lineup card for the first time this evening. Second time through the Lions lineup, as this will bring off our leadoff man, Noah Aaron. Noah grounded out to Zeke Gilbert, the Covenant Scott shortstop, his first time up. First one to him on the way there. That's going to be up and in, as Noah has to do the Fat Joe and lean back on that one. 1-0 count now. Bollinger into the windup. His 1-0 on the way. That's going to be up and away. Bollinger threw that one so hard his hat fell off. 2 balls and no strikes. It is a bit of a windy night, as we said pregame there. Wind is blowing just straight east, not north, not south, but just straight east. Blowing a bit northeast at this point at 17 miles per hour. 2-0 on the way. Noah hits that one straight up in the air. That's going to be in shallow right field as the second baseman moves out there. Graventhine, wind almost takes that one over his head. He's able to back up it to catch it there for out number 2. So now with 2 away here in the bottom of the third inning, this will bring up to the dish Alex Gonzalez. Gons, his first time up, retired via a flyout as he missed the homer by about 10 feet out there in left center field. First one to him here is going to be low. Look like a fastball there. 0-1 count. And a pitcher's duel through almost 3 innings thus far. Only 1 combined hit from both sides, as it was Carter's ball stat single his first time up. As Carter will stand on deck. This leaving us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Scoreless ball game here. Both teams have committed an error. As the 1-1 on the way here from Bollinger. Gons will go chasing on that one at a fastball up and away, as he'll fall behind here 1-2 now with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. 1-2 from Bollinger on the way. Gons will take that one low and actually go through the legs of Josh Harvey, as no one's on base, so no harm, no foul. And Deuce is now wild for the second time this evening. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom half of inning number 3. Bollinger back into it, 2-2 on the way. Gons swing and a miss at that one. Looked like a good change up there for out number 3. Zeros across the board here after 3, heading to the top of the 4th. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. If you like pitcher's duel, this is your ball game, folks. Top of the fourth inning. We got a 0-0 ball game between the visiting Covenant College Scots and your Piedmont University Lions. As it'll be the second time through the lineup here, as it'll be the designated hitter, Ken Burke. Burke was retired via ground out his first time up. Feels like we're watching Greg Maddox versus Pedro Martinez almost through 3 innings on Major League Baseball opening day here, or day 2, rather should I say, for those teams who didn't play yesterday. Peyton Irvin just pitching a contact. Did not have a strikeout his first time through the lineup. Just a lot of contact, just helping his defense do the work. As the first pitch is a ball, 1-0 count now. And then on the other side there, Bryce Bollinger throwing some good strikeout stuff. 3 strikeouts for him. Only 1 hit. He surrendered. As the 1-0 on the way from P1. That's right back up the middle. And a diving stop. Cannot make the play off the glove. They'll throw it to first, and he's safe. Scotty Lyons stopped it back up the middle, went off his glove. Bebo tried to get over to first, could not get it there. And that'll be the first hit of the night for the Covenant College Scots. As Ken Burke sent that one back up the middle. A great attempt there from Scotty Lyons to get there at second. Braden picked it up, made a good throw, but just a bit late at first. As this will bring up the shortstop, Zeke Gilbert. Gilbert retired via flyout his first time up. As the first pitch here will be a bunt. Try to put a bunt down. Instead, it'll be a strike on the inner half. 0-1 count now. No balls, 1 strike here. Good breaking ball there from P1 as he likes to pitch backwards. As Peyton will look in and come set. 0-1 delivery here. This one fought off there. Another good breaking ball up and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes now. So both teams now with a hit. As Carter had our lone hit there in the first inning. Ken Burke with the first hit for the Scots here in the top of the 4th. So Peyton again still doing work here. Working in yet another plus count. He'll check over there at first. Ooh, good pickoff attempt there. Is getting him back in time as Burke. Burke didn't slide. That's probably one that needs to slide next time. As Peyton, a very good pickoff play there from a right-handed pitcher. You usually see your best guys like your Sam Carpenters of the world from the left side, but Peyton's got a good pickoff attempt there. Good first move to first from the right side. Still comes set. 0-2 pitch on the way. This one's smacked up in the air out to right center field. Carter's going to close in on it and yell to No Aaron that he's got it. He's going to fire a strike, or thought about throwing a strike to first. Instead, he'll just throw it back into his cutoff man, Scotty Lyons, and that'll be out number 1. So now with 1 away, this will bring up the catcher, Josh Harvey. Harvey was retired via flyout his first time up. As Peyton recorded 10 outs this evening, 3 have been via a ground out. Or should I say 4, as the Lions did have a double play. And then the other 6 have been retired via flyouts. There's 1 out here. Harvey will take a breaking ball, missing arm side there. 1-0 count now. Kyle Carlson playing a little in down there at third on the edge of the infield cut. Middle infield playing back at double play depth here. As Peyton will look in and come set. One-0 delivery on the way. That's going to be right down Broadway at the knees. Another good breaking ball from Peyton to fight back in the count and even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Get our big American flag moving out there in right center field. For a big left-handed bat like your Josh Harveys of the world, this would be a great night to hit here in Demerstier with the wind blowing directly out to right field. Noah Aaron knows it. He's playing about 7 feet in front of the warning track out there. They'll check over at first. Good move by Peyton. He got some oohs and ahs here at the milk jug, and some people thought they might have got him. Ken Burke just sneaked back in time there as he's getting a little greedy over there at first. As Burke this season, obviously getting the first hit of the night here for the Scots. They'll check on him again as Grant Olson will still apply the tag. Not nearly as close that time. Burke 3 for 3 in stolen bases this season. As the Scots not as aggressive on the base paths as the Lions are, as they only have 33 stolen bases all year as a team. For reference, Carter Ballstead has 23 by himself. As the 1-1 on the way. Looked like that one caught the outer half. Home plate umpire disagrees as Peyton will fall behind here. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Covenant College backstop. Exact same line score out there on the left center field scoreboard for both teams. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. And again, that's the same for both sides right now here in the top half of the 4th inning with 1 out. 2-1 on the way. Harvey sends this one way up in the air. It'll be in foul territory. The third baseman, Kyle Carlson, calls for it right inside of the third base coaching box, and he'll catch it there for out number 2. Now with 2 outs, this will bring up the cleanup man, Kenny Mills. Kenny Mills reached via an E6 throwing error his first time up. See what he can do here second time around. Again, Kenny Mills, great year for him. 340 batting average, OPS of over 1,000 thus far. Also leading the team in homers there with 6. He got around on that one pretty good, as that'll be deep left field. And that one's going to go. If he could have straightened that one out, that would have been a homer right there. Instead, it'll just be a long strike number 1, 0-1 count now. Looked like he was hitting up there on the mountain on that one, as he got that one right in the sweet spot, but probably just about a millisecond too early. As Peyton won't want to throw that pitch again, as he'll look in and come set. 0-1 delivery from Peyton. Big breaking ball. It's going to be low and away there, actually in the dirt. Even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs here. Ken Burke still stands on first, as he reached via a leadoff single there here in the top half of the 4th inning. Still a scoreless ball game. 1-1 on the way. Big swing and a miss. As we'll see, he actually foul-tipped it there in the catcher's mitt. Good breaking ball from Peyton at the top of the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Peyton 1 pitch away from leading that runner stranded over there at first. He'll come set. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss there. Tyler Nelson said he caught it in the air for out number 3, and he did. That'll be strike out number 1 and out number 3 here for P1. It's heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still all tied at 0. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. If the Lions want to score some runs, it's a great chance to do it right now. Heart of the lineup coming up here in the home half of the 4th inning. As leading us off, it'll be Carter Ballstat. Carter with the lone line hit tonight, as he was able to take one to right field his first time up for a 2-out single there in the bottom of the 1st. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Bryce Bollinger going to get the inning started here with a big breaking ball in the dirt. 1-0 count now. As again, pitcher's duel here this evening. And it's a great night to have a pitcher's duel, as it just keeps getting colder and colder here. Very hard to hit in these conditions. As the 1-0 hit up to right field, way up in the air. The second baseman got to move back. Instead, the right fielder, Joseph Reitner, calls him off, and he'll catch it there for out number 1. So with 1 out here comes the cleanup man, Hunter Kane. Wind has settled down just a bit, and now 14 miles per hour. We said pregame it felt like it was 43. That's dropped 3 more miles per hour, as now it feels like it's 40 degrees here. So much for it being spring, huh? as the first pitch on the way from Bollinger to Hunter Kane. Will again be a breaking ball that misses in the dirt. 1-0 count now. Hunter retired via a flyout his first time up. Bollinger will take a few more moments here in between pitches that he has before. Digs out a little bit there on the pitching rubber. As back into the windup he goes. As his long hair in the wind. As that'll be inside there. It's a fastball. Hunter Kane will shake his head in disagreement. As that'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 on the way. Hunter sends this one out to left center field. Looks like that one hits a wall of wind as the center fielder Kenny Mills will get under it and catch it there for out number 2. We've seen 2 balls hit out there to deep left center tonight by Alex Gonzalez and now Hunter Kane. Those balls just are hitting that wall of wind out there in left center field. As now with 2 outs, this will bring up to the dish third baseman Kyle Carlson. Kyle grounded out his first time up. See what he can do with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bollinger right back into it as this one's hit up in the air, out of play behind us, 0-1 count. Bollinger, same but different than Peyton Irvin. Pitching to contact, but has recorded 3 strikeouts tonight. He's working with a good tempo as well. As Carlson steps right back into the box, Bollinger into the windup. As that one will miss low and in the dirt, 1-1 count now. Bollinger will pat the chest as if to say, my bad. As again, as soon as Kyle steps back into the box, Kyle gets 1 practice swing. Bollinger back into the windup, 1-1. Trying to frame that one as Josh Harvey. Instead, it'll be called a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Bollinger will take a few more moments here. It's almost like he's quick pitching, but it's every time, so it's just his regular tempo. Really like watching this young man pitch. 2-1, good lively fastball there, as that'll even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes here, 2 outs as well. So Deuce is wild for the 3rd time this evening. Kyle steps back in. He's actually got to hold up the time there. As now the 2-2 on the way from Bollinger. Kyle just behind that one as he'll send that one out of play down the first baseline and foul. So we'll have the 2-2 yet again. Again, you don't need a pitch clock on Bryce Bollinger. He's already ready to go, and Kyle's just now stepping into the box. Kyle puts the bat on the shoulder. Bollinger into the windup. 2-2 on the way. This one hit down the right field line. Will it stay in play? It will not, as it's into the forestry over there. We'll do 2-2 now for a 3rd time. Bollinger already gets a new ball, and he's just sitting there waiting. This is like playing a guy in MLB The Show right here, man. I tell you what, he's ready to go. 2-2 delivery on the way. Kyle just gets a hold of that one, fouls that one into the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to be done for a 4th time. Bollinger not waiting around. And Kyle continuing to be behind these pitches, maybe because of the tempo Bollinger's working with. This is 2-2 on the way. Kyle gets this one in on the hands, sent behind home plate. Harvey tosses the mask. Good catch there by the home plate umpire, and an even better one by Harvey, as that'll be out number 3. 3 up and 3 down for the Lions. Still a scoreless ball game as we head to the 5th inning. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Only 40 pitches from P1 through 4, as now we're here in the top half of the 5th inning, as Peyton will have to face 5, 6, and 7 of the Covenant College lineup. As we're here at the Louder Milk Field, I'm Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. As leading us off will be the third baseman, Caleb Harleman. As Harleman will step into the right-handed batter's box. His first time up, he flew out. Peyton will get us ready here in the 5th inning with a breaking ball that'll miss away from the right-handed Harleman. 1-0 count now. Harleman, seen him play some good defense down there at third through 4 innings thus far as well. 1-0 on the way here from P1. Swing and a miss to the breaking ball there as Peyton got him out front there. Big gust of wind after that pitch as well, as that'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. You know the wind is bad when you can hear it, as the 1-1 is on the way. Harleman tried to check it there, and that'll be a called strike, as they'll say he went around by the first base umpire. Harleman falls behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Big gust of wind not affecting P1 as he's back into the windup. 1-2 delivery on the way. Got him around that time, and that'll be strike number 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for P1 to end the 4th and then to begin the 5th, as that'll be his second one of the day. And this will bring up the left-handed right fielder, Joseph Reidner there, as he's 0 for 1 with a ground out. First one to Reidner will be a called strike there on the outer half. Good change up from P. 0-1 count now. Maybe that wind was helping Peyton get that second strikeout. Right center field American flag, just a whipping. Caught him out front with the breaking ball as well. Peyton now working with some tempo, just as his counterpart Bryce Bollinger is. Right back on the rubber, as here comes the 0-2 on the way from P1. That'll be low and in the dirt there, as Peyton still ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, very cloudy day here. We've seen some drizzles every once in a while, but not too much rainfall in Demorest today. 1-2 on the way from Peyton. This one hit back up the middle. It's going to be playable from the shortstop. Braden Brooks makes a throw to first. Flash to level, young man. Mr. Bebo gets out number 2 there with a great play across the diamond. So now with 2 away here in the top half of the 5th inning, this will bring up the first baseman, Tyler Cox. Cox, his first time up, retired via ground out. As Braden Brooks as good as they get over there at shortstop, flashing the leather. I'd be willing to bet the Lions might have the best defensive infield in the USA South. Grant Olson picks them real good over there at first. We've seen Scotty Lyon make a very good play, hustling out in the right, shallow right field this evening. And obviously, you've seen Carlson and Bebo do what they do on the left side of that infield. As a 1-0 breaking ball hit out to center field, Carter had to retreat. He'll go back, and he'll catch that one in front of the 400 side for out number 3. 3 up and 3 down. Peyton is working this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Is heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. We're still scoreless. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. 6, 7, 8 do it for the Lions here in the home half of the fifth inning. As Bryce Bollinger still out there on the mound, the sophomore right-hander doing work for the Scouts this evening as he'll face the left-handed bat of Grant Olson. Gio retired via flyout his first time up. First pitch to Gio here will be in the dirt and actually roll behind home plate. Scotty Line hustling there from in the holes. He'll go out and grab that ball. 1-0 count here. Bollinger back into the windup. 1-0 delivery on the way. Big breaking ball there. Look below the knees, but it will catch on the outer half. That'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. As after granted, it'll be Tyler Nelson and Scotty Line here in the inning. Another big breaking ball. That'll be belt high and catch the inner half there as Bollinger works ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 on the way. Grant got around on that breaking ball pretty well, a little bit too early, as that'll be foul there down the first baseline. We'll do 1-2 for a second time. One-two delivery from Bollinger will be in the dirt. Almost catches Grant in the front knee as that'll run it back even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, a pitcher's duel here, ladies and gentlemen, as the line score across the same for both teams. As we'll give that to you after this pitch. Foul out of play. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Again, same for both teams here in the home half of the 5th inning. Two on the way to Gio. He fights that one off into shallow right field. It'll get over the second baseman's head, and that'll be the Lions' second hit of the ball game there as the left-handed hitting first baseman Grant Olson continues to do that. Hit as he'll stand on first here, and up to the plate will come the Lions' backstop, Tyler Nelson. Nelly worked out a good plate appearance his first time up, able to draw a 5-pitch walk. Got a righty-righty matchup here. Bollinger back into the stretch. We haven't seen him there in a while. As Nelly was going to square around the bunt, able to get it back in time, as that'll be a ball off the plate there. 1-0 count now. As playing in down there at third will be Harleman. He's playing on the edge of the infield grass. 1-0 pitch. Coming in here, bunt trying to get it down. It'll be a fastball up and away. That one misses from Bollinger. Again, Harleman coming in to cover at third. So it'll be 2 balls, no strikes here. Grant Olson with a leadoff single on first. We'll see if Nelly squares around for a third time. He does. 2-0 on the way. Nelly tried to get it down, but he'll miss there. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, Harleman, he's playing way off of the line. Almost if Nelly could send a bunt that could hug the third base line here, you'd be willing to think that maybe he could get him an infield single. As Harleman playing about 10 feet in from the line, 2-1 on the way. Nelly tried to bunt that time as well, and Bollinger just doesn't want to give him anything he can put down with. So that'll work to count to 3 balls and 1 strike. And, hey, you want to put 2 runners on, we'll take 2 runners on. As Nelly go ahead and going to square around the bunt here before he even comes set. Bollinger does come set. 3-1 delivery on the way. Nelly going to get a chopper down the first base line. Will it stay fair? It will not. So that'll run our count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Grant Olson has to report back to first base as Nelly will jog back down the first baseline. And we'll do the 3-2 here with none away. Again, Scotty Line will stand on deck here. He struck out looking his first time up. Tyler's pretty good plate discipline to him. Again, a walk his first time around. See what Bollinger will throw him here. Bollinger had great command all evening thus far. But again, his lone walk has been to Nelly. Will he walk him twice? Full count delivery on the way. Nelson able to fight that one off. It'll be hit in the air and out of play behind us. So that'll run it full. Or excuse me, we'll do the full count for a second time. Rather should I say. As Bollinger, we're seeing him do the same thing he done that first time around where he's looking at the shortstop after he comes set in the stretch. Maybe that just helps in there. As the full count delivery on the way, that'll be inside and up. Tyler Nelson will walk for his second time. The only 2 walks issued out by Bryce Bollinger. And now the Lions with their first chance to strike this evening, first serious chance, should I say, as now with runners on first and second, none away. This will bring up to second baseman Scotty Lyon. Again, he struck out looking his first time up. Bollinger comes set. First pitch to Scotty Lyon will be low and away. Catches the strike zone. No 0-1 count now. Was given word earlier by our athletic communications staff. The Scotty Lyon game with the Covenant College Scots and the Piedmont Lions. There you go. How about that one for a dad joke, Mr. Joe Garwood? 0-1 on the way. That'll be low and in the dirt, as that'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Good take there from Scott to work back in the count here. That's the middle infield hitting 8 and 9 here with Lyon and Brooks. And then after Bebo, that'll turn over the lineup card to Noah Aaron. Looking to get at least 1 home here. Bollinger will look back at second. 1-1 on the way. Scott almost wore that one off the elbow. Just able to move out of the way of that one, as that'll work our count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Scott working in a plus count here. We've seen the Lions do that tonight, working some plus counts against Bollinger. He's one of those guys been able to fight back all night long. Now it's time for the Lions to throw some punches of their own. 2-1 on the way. Scott, good piece of that one, just late on it. Hits it down there in the forestry. That'll even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Home plate umpire wearing some gloves down there. The fingertips are highlighted in white so you can see what the count is. I like that. As the 2-2 on the way, Scott, that almost buckled him there, a 2-2 breaking ball. Bollinger does not like the calls. He slaps the glove, as that'll run it full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So out there on second, Grant Olson with a leadoff single. Tyler Nelson walked on first. 3-2 on the way to Scotty Lyon. He'll take ball 4. So back-to-back walks. Bases are loaded for Braden Bebo Brooks. And we'll see a mound visit here. And during this mound visit, we'll take a short break. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube.
Shortstop number 30, Braden Brooks.
Lions here got a chance to strike across. Home half for the 5th inning as Braden Bebo Brooks going to come up to the dish with the bases loaded. He'll take a swing and a miss at that one for strike number 1. As Grant Olson led us off with a single here in the home half of the 5th. He stands on third. On second, Tyler Nelson able to draw a walk. And then Scotty Lyon on first also able to draw a walk. So no outs and the bases loaded. Bebo takes a good slider there, as that'll catch the outer half. No balls and 2 strikes. Looks like we got some Scots tossing around down there in the first base bullpen. As it looks like Bebo will call time, step out here, take a breath. As he'll step back in now. 0-2 count, no outs here. Scoreless ball game, home half of the 5th. Bases loaded. He'll take one low and away there. Good take from Bebo. He'll work back in the count here himself. 1 ball and 2 strikes here against Bryce Bollinger. Bollinger working out of the stretch again, even with the bases loaded. His 1-2 on the way. Bebo takes that one in the dirt. It'll bounce towards the Lions dugout. Grant Olson comes home. Nelson advances to third. Advances to second is Scotty Lyon. But most importantly, the Lions will strike first with a 1-0 ball game as the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes against Bebo. How about them apples? That's a pitcher's duel if I ever seen one. First run of the game scored off of a wild pitch. As Bollinger will come set here, maybe that'll open the floodgates for the Lions. 1-2 on the way. Bebo runs it full at 3-2. So 2 runners in scoring position, 1 across there. As Gio comes home to score on the wild pitch. Tyler Nelson stands on third, Scotty Lyon at second. See what Bebo can do here in this crucial situation. Full count delivery. Braden sends one up in air to the right side. The first baseman, Tyler Cox, is going to back up there, catch it in foul territory for out number 1. Only 1 out here. Still 2 runners in scoring position as we'll turn over the lineup card. This will bring up the right fielder, Noah Aaron. Noah with the Franz walk-up song can be a true friend right here if he can drive in some runs. He's got guys on second and third. Noah has flown out and grounded out tonight. And he's got a chance right here. If he can fly out again, hopefully bring home a sac fly and an RBI. Got a good piece of that one, just a little under it as he'll foul it off behind us down the first baseline. 0-1 count now. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error for the Lions. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error for the Scots thus far here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Bollinger comes set. His 0-1 delivery there. Good eye by Noah. He'll take a breaking ball off the plate. That'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, let's see how Bollinger can do here in the fire on a cold, dimmerest evening. As he had the bases loaded and none out. Wild pitch brings home Grant Olson. Now he's got 1 out with 2 runners in scoring position. 1-1 on the way. Noah sends one up in air to the right side. It's going to be in foul territory if it stays in play, and it'll actually go out of play there as Noah Aaron falls behind. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Good crowd here to be a cold evening. We got some coveted college Scots who've traveled down from Lookout Mountain, Georgia, as well as we do have our Piedmont faithful as well, bearing up as they are bearing the elements. 1-2 on the way. Noah will take a fastball up and away there. Bollinger makes a good catch there after the pitch as he'll catch his hat from falling on the mound. As Noah Aaron will even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, crucial situation here. Lions can get a big inning, as defined by head coach Justin Scally. 3+ runs in an inning. As a 2-2 on the way. Noah will take that one low. That'll run it full at 3-2. If the Lions aren't doing anything else, they are working some good ABs here in this half inning. As this will be the 3rd full count we have seen. 3-2 on the way. Noah gets behind that one, sends that one up in the air. It'll go down the first baseline yet again and foul out of play. That is actually hit off a tree and land down there in the coveted bullpen, as we'll do the full count again. Bollinger will look in and come set. He'll look at Nelson at third. Full count delivery here. Noah sends this one to the left side. Hard hit ball. Zeke Gilbert's only play is at first. Noah Aaron RBI ground out. We'll trade an out for a run as Scotty Lyon advances the 3rd on the play, and the Lions now lead 2-0.
Now batting left fielder number 16, Gonzalez.
So Noah Aaron gets the job done. Able to bring at least 1 home there. Now Scotty Lyon's still on 3rd, and this will bring up Alex Gonzalez. Gonz 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout thus far against his former team. See what he can do here his 3rd time around against Bollinger. Big breaking ball there. That'll sit on the outer half at the mid-thigh area. 0-1 count now. Bollinger will look in and come set. Trying to stop the bleeding at just 2. 0-1 delivery on the way. Gonz just misses that one as he'll foul tip it down the first base line into the coveted dugout. 0-2 to be done now. Bollinger comes set here. 0-2 on the way. Gonz sends that one back up the middle and an RBI single. That's into center field. Scotty Lyon comes home to score and make it a 3-0 ball game now for the Lions. And it doesn't get any easier as Alex Gonzalez stands on first. And this will bring up to the dish the center fielder, Carter Ballstead. Carter had a single his first time up. Second time up, he flew out. Now third timer out. Let's see what the best player in Division III can do. Bollinger still in the stretch here. That seemed to plague him a bit in this inning. As that's going to be in the dirt there. 1-0 count now. Gons with RBI number 17 on the year. That'll move the old batting average continuing to trend up at now 245. As the 1-0 to Carter, Gons kind of faked stealing there at first. As that'll be taken inside the ball stack. 2 balls and no strikes. Gons is a bit of a stolen base threat over there at first. 9 for 11 this season, 9 stolen bases. 2-0 delivery to Carter. Carter just behind that one as he'll send it out of play down the first base line. 2 balls and 1 strike. And I'll tell you what, we've seen the Lions, they work deeper and deeper in these counts. They've been behind on stuff earlier in the count. Same thing we've seen from Noah Aaron and Alex Gonzalez, despite 2 different outcomes. They've sat on that fastball late in the count, and they've got every stitch of it. So see what Carter can do here on 2-1. Gons is taking off this time. It'll be a fastball called for a strike low. Good speed shown there from Gons as he'll move into the double-digit category there in stolen bases, his 10th of the year. It was a called strike at the plate, so Deuce is now wild for the 4th time this evening. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here as Alex Gonzalez moves into scoring position. And Bryce Bollinger continuing to try and work out of danger against Carter Ballstead. 2-2 on the way. Carter chops this one back up the middle. What a play by Bollinger. And it'll be an unassisted play as he'll run over to first and tap on the bag for out number 3. Lions bring 3 across there as that'll move it to a 3-0 ball game. Heading to the 6th inning, P1's pitching with a lead. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus from Loudermilk Field, top of the 6th inning here at the Milk Jug. Peyton Irvin going back out there on the mound, only throwing 50 pitches through 5 innings. So working very efficiently here as he'll have to face the Scots 8, 9, and 1 hitters here. As leading us off will be the second baseman, Trevor Graventhine. As Graventhine was retired via flyout his first time up. He'll take a first pitch ball. As we got an appeal down to first, it will still be a ball. 1-0 count now. Peyton only 1 over the minimum through 5 is the 1-0 delivery here. Will be a swing and a miss. Don't need an appeal that time as that'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. There's P back into the windup here. His 1-1 on the way. This one sent way up in the air. This will be out in shallow center field. Carter will call them all off as he'll come in and catch that one for out number 1. Now with one out here, this will bring up the 9-hole hitter, number 9, the left fielder Chase McBriar. McBriar retired via a flyout his first time up. Also, if you want to hear another cool stat, it's baseball related, but not necessarily anything to do statistical-wise. The 4-hole hitter, 8-hole hitter, and 9-hole hitter of the Covenant College Scouts are all wearing the corresponding numbers, as center fielder Kenny Mills hitting cleanup. And the 8-hole hitter, the second baseman Trevor Graventhine, is going to hit 8th. And then here, the 9-hole hitter, left fielder Chase McBriar, hitting it at 9 holes. He'll take a first pitch strike, 0-1 count. Shout out Troy Wyman for that stat of the day. As the 0-1 from P1 will be in the dirt there to even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. If you can't tell, we love the weird stats up here at the Loudermilk field. The 1-1 delivery from P1, that's going to catch on the outer half there. Good 1-1 pitch. That'll work ahead there in a pitcher's count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Is P ready to go? As McBriar back into the batter's box, here comes the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss there. P1 gets strikeout number 3 of today. And out number 2 here in the top half of the 6th inning. As that'll flip over the lineup card, is now the 3rd time through the Covenant Scots lineup. It'll begin with Ken Burke. Burke got a hit his last time up, the lone hit for the Scots this evening, as he's 1 for 2, grounded out to lead off the ball game back there in the top of the 1st inning. First pitch to Burke on the way, out to catch the outer half. 0-1 count now. P towing back in there to rubber. Love this tempo P1's working with tonight. 0-1 on the way here. Another great breaking ball. Sit in there and rock the baby in the cradle, as that'll work ahead now. 0-2. Peyton looking to strike out last 2 batters he'll face here in the 6th. Let's see if he can do it. 0-2 on the way. That'll be in the dirt and actually go towards the Lions dugout as a swimmer away. Nelly won't even go after it as James Whitmer will emerge from the Lions dugout and go get it. Now we got a 1 ball, 2 strike count now. 2 outs here. See if Peyton goes to the well again with that breaking ball, but he's been locating the fastball well tonight as well. This is again topped out at 85 on the radar gun. What's he go with here, 1 and 2 against Ken Burke? He'll go with the fastball, ring him up. P1 with strikeout number 4 on the evening as he strikes out the last 2 guys he faces there in the top of the 6th inning. Hang up another 0 as the Lions lead 3-0 here. You are listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Jackson Rao, our new right-handed pitcher now for the Covenant College Scots. This will be the end of the line for Bryce Bollinger. As Bollinger on his evening, 5 innings pitched, 3 runs allowed, all 3 are earned. As he gave up 3 hits, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So 3s are the number there for Bollinger. Another solid outing there for the sophomore right-hander. However, he's in line for the loss as he exits. This will be 4, 5, and 6 here to come up and face the junior right-hander Jackson Rao. As Rao has made 6 appearances this evening, all out of the bullpen. 3.72 ERA. Throws it from the side as he'll be a first pitch ball to Hunter Kane. 1-0 count now. Rao 9 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 11 hits, 4 runs allowed, all 4 earned, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. As the right-hander's 1-0 pitch will be low there as Hunter Kane moves ahead 2 balls and no strikes. Rao actually with the lowest ERA on the entire Covenant College pitching staff, starter or otherwise. As a 2-0 delivery here to Hunter Kane. Big slider there as Hunter had to move out of the way. It broke it the last second right over home plate. 2 balls and 1 strike here. Take until you get a strike from new reliever. Good approach there from Hunter. As a 2-1 here, Hunter will take that one way off the plate there as Big Country moves ahead 3 balls and 1 strike. Hunter's 0 for 2 this evening with 2 flyouts. As Rao will take a moment behind the pitching mound, and Hunter will step out here as well, as we'll get set for 3 balls and 1 strike. Hunter sends this one way up in the air. It'll be in shallow right center. The center fielder Mills hustling over. Instead, it'll be the right fielder Ridner who catches it there for out number 1. So now with 1 away, this will bring up the third baseman, Kyle Carlson.
Now batting third baseman number 27, Kyle Carlson.
Kyle this evening, he's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Only 3 hits for the Lions. As though 3 hits, came from Alex Gonzalez, Carter Ballstat, and Grant Olson. So the Lions have 3 runs on those 3 hits and 1 error. Swing and a miss there from Kyle, 0-1 count. As the Scots, no runs on 1 hit and 1 error through 6. As Peyton Irvin absolutely shoving and showing why he is the ace of this pitching staff. 0-1 on the way. It's going to be low on the way there. Good take from Kyle. 1 ball and 1 strike. As again, playing in this kind of weather that you're playing in tonight, it's going to be very hard to hit the baseball for both sides as we have a combined 4 hits now. As that's going to be low and away again in the dirt. Rao going to fall behind to Kyle Carlson. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, you don't see too many low-scoring games in Division III baseball, but that's what we've seen so far this evening. Knock on wood if you like pitcher's duels like myself, as we know how the back end of these games can go, as that'll even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Kyle will step back in, see what he can do here on an even count. 2-2 on the way. Like a fastball just at the shins there, a little bit too low. Harvey tried to frame it behind home plate. Not going to be able to do a good enough job as that'll run it full. So in the first fastballs we've seen there from Rao. He's throwing a lot of sliders here. His full count delivery. Another slider there. Kyle tried to wait back on, got in on the handle of the bat as they will be fouled back into the net. We'll do the full count again here. 3-2 with 1 away here in the home half of the 6th inning. Rao comes set, pitching exclusively out of the stretch. Kyle gets this one off the end of the bat. The shortstop, Zeke Gilbert, dives out for that one, and it'll go into shallow center field. Kyle will think about going to second. Instead, he'll report back to first. That should be hit number 4 tonight for the Lions. We'll see if it's ruled an error or not. As this will bring up to the dish the first baseman, Grant Olson. It will be ruled a hit, as that'll move Kyle Carlson's line 1 for 3 on the evening. As Rao will now have to pitch with a man on here and face the left-handed bat of Grant Olson. Grant 1 for 2, able to score the first run of the game for the Lions as he scored on a wild pitch there in the bottom half of the 5th inning. As getting the lead over there at first is Kyle Carlson. Playing the shift here against Grant Olson. He'll take what looked to be a fastball there on the outer half, 0-1 count. There's McCaleb Harleman over there at third. He's probably playing I'd say about 15 feet in from the third base bag. As Grant takes a swing and a miss at that one, he'll fall behind 0-2. Shortstop Zeke Gilbert probably almost playing directly behind the second base bat, probably about 3 feet to the right of it. Second baseman Graventhine playing way over to the right at second. As Grant will take this one inside, hold his own in the left-handed batter's box. That one almost hit him. And so work back in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out here, bottom of the 6th inning. As they'll check over there on first. As getting back in there safe is Kyle Carlson. It's also got baseball going on elsewhere in the world today, particularly the United States. As it's been opening day for multiple teams here, that'll be a swing and a miss in the dirt, and out number 2 is now with 2 outs and a runner on first. This will bring up to the dish Tyler Nelson.
Now batting catcher number 35, Tyler Nelson.
I know Coach Justin Scally will be a happy man as his Yankees are able to walk it off on the Red Sox on opening day as Josh Donaldson walks it off 6-5 as the Yankees win their first game of the year. As checking over there on first, Kyle Carlson gets back in time. One of our athletic communication employees, Troy Wyman, his Cubs are rained out today as that'll be in the dirt 1-0. He may find that a good idea. However, able to win on opening day, though. And the Braves just got underway there in the bottom of the 1st inning. Freddie Freeman able to get his first win in Dodger Blue as the Dodgers beat the Rockies 5-3. That's your look around Major League Baseball there. As the 1-0 delivery is going to catch the outer half as that'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. They'll check on Kyle there. He'll get back in time as the first baseman Tyler Cox likes to drop it, pick it back up and throw it back in. Unfortunately, many of our Atlanta Braves fans that watch, as I'm being one too, not able to get the win last night as they dropped to the Reds 6-3. Hopefully they'll bounce back this evening. There's a call time there. 1 ball, 1 strike count here, 2 away in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Tyler Nelson has walked twice this evening. He's also scored one of the 3 Piedmont runs there as all 3 came across in the home half of the 5th. Nelly to take another big slider there off of the plate. 2-1 count now. I'll tell you something about this freshman, Tyler Nelson. We've talked about and bragged about how good his defense has been all season, but his plate discipline to be 18, 19 years old is just unreal. As a 2-1 there is going to be off the plate, 3 balls and 1 strike now. I mean, this is just insane. I've hardly seen him chase anything out of the zone this year. And against the guy with nasty stuff like Jackson Rowell out there, not chasing that slider at all. So we'll see what Nelly does here on 3-1 and what he gets from Jackson Rowell. As Carlson will get his lead off of first. That'll be a slider there. That'll hit the outer half. So we'll see Carlson in motion over there at first. This will be a full count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rowell will look in and come set. Full count on the way. Kyle Carlson's in motion and a swing and a miss from Nelly there. Like another good slider from Rowell, and that'll end the 6th inning. Lions still lead 3-0 heading to the 7th over to Covenant College Scotch. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. 61 pitches for P1 as we begin the top half of the 7th inning. As leading us off here, it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 batters for the Covenant College Scouts. This will be the shortstop, Zeke Gilbert, as he's wearing the high socks here with the royal blue, black cleats here. Little throwback look. As P1 will get us started here in the top of the 7th inning. As his first pitch on the way, it will be taken for a strike. 0-1 count now. We got a little break in the clouds over the left field wall, over Purcell Hall, way in the distance. You can begin to see the sunset here. This one hit out in the right center field. Noah Aaron's going to get to it as it'll one-hop him, as that'll be the second hit of the night there for the Scots. It'll come off the back of Zeke Gilbert. He's 1 for 3 now, and this will bring up the left-handed hitting catcher, Josh Harvey. Really the first hard-hit ball that's found green grass from the Scots tonight. That's not to take away from Ken Burke, but his single up the middle there went off the glove of Scotty Line. They're back in the 4th inning. So again, a hard-hit ball there, able to find some green grass. Gilbert on first. Harvey will take one in the dirt from Peyton, 1-0 count now. Again, Peyton efficient, as we just mentioned, as that was only pitch number 64 tonight. As he's thrown now 42 strikes. As he'll come set. 1-0 on the way. Thought that one might have caught the bottom part of the zone. Tyler Nelson did too. Instead, it'll be caught a ball. 2-0 count now. And you'd like to think, if Peyton can continue to work how he's been, with his arm stretched out here in the middle of the year, maybe, just maybe, might see a complete game. 2-0 on the way. That'll miss up there. 3-0 count now. First 3-0 count from Peyton this evening. As he's had his command here, he'll have to battle back in this one against the left-handed hitting catcher, Josh Harvey. That's Harvey, big left-handed bat here, 1 of 2 in that coveted college lineup. As a 3-0 to him will miss up there. First walk Peyton has issued denied on 4 pitches. So now runners on first and second here, and this will bring up the cleanup man, the center fielder, Kenny Mills. Kenny Mills 0 for 2 as he struck out and reached via an error. Coach Justin Scally will emerge from the Lions dugout here with runners on first and second. We'll see if it's just the mound visit, as it will be. And during this mound visit, we'll take a break. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. It's the first trouble we've seen tonight out of Peyton Irvin, as we got runners on first and second here, none out, and the cleanup man, Kenny Mills, as Tyler Oon has begun to warm down there in the Lions bullpen. First pitch on the way here to Mills is going to be low and in the dirt. 1-0 count now. As on second, it'll be Zeke Gilbert, who reached via a hard hit single out there in right field. And then on first is the catcher, Josh Harvey, who reached via a 4-pitch walk. The first that Peyton has pitched this evening, or given out this evening. 1-0, chopped down the third base line and foul out of the bag. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Peyton wants a new ball, as he'll fire that old one back in to Tyler Nelson. Again, a 1-1 count here, none out in the inning, as the Lions have a 3-0 lead, trying to sustain that here in the top half of the 7th. Peyton been as good as you get tonight, and again, kind of work out of some danger here. So a relatively low pitch count, still under 70 pitches here in the 7th inning. 1-1 from him on the way. Big breaking ball. That'll be fouled back into the net as Peyton works ahead now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A big out number 1 potentially looming here as Peyton in a pitcher's count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. And again, the clouds breaking out there beyond left field, way off in the distance. You can see the blue sky and the sun peek through there as the sun begins to set here in Demorest, GA. As Irvin will look in and come set. His 1-2 delivery on the way. Big breaking ball. Looked like that was at the belly button and caught the inner third. Instead, it'll be ruled as ball 2. That'll even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I don't think he could throw a better 1-2 pitch there. In my opinion, too close to take, but not good enough for a strike, I guess, according to the home plate umpire. 2-2 on the way. This one hit way up in the air. This will be in foul territory. It'll stay in play. Tyler Nelson will catch it there for out number 1. Peyton was backing up his catcher right there, as a good pitcher does. As now with 1 out, this will bring up the 5-hole hitter, the third baseman, McCaleb Harleman. So now with 1 away here in the top half of the 7th. And Harleman coming up to the dish. We'll actually see the third base coach, also the head coach here of the Scouts, Doug Simons, step on down, and we'll see a pinch hitter here for Harleman. As the pinch hitter will be Chris Savage, the freshman first baseman from Burleson, Texas.
35, Chris Savage.
Savage this season, a .286 hitter. He has 1 homer and 2 RBIs in his freshman campaign. Savage has grounded into 1 double play. Hopefully we can make that number 2 here with runners on first and second and 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Peyton will check back at second and come set. That one will actually hit Savage. So that'll load the bases there. And with the bases loaded and 1 out, that'll bring up to the dish the left-handed hitting right fielder, Joseph Reidner. Peyton will get a new ball there. Bases juiced, 1 out. Peyton still working with a lead here. 3-0 ball game as the Lions have 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. The Scouts, no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. Righty-lefty matchup will obviously be in favor here of the left-handed hitting Joseph Reidner. As we will have time called here, not sure what the dealio is. As it appears that we will get a pinch runner over there at first. As it appears that our pinch hitter will be Andrew Brock, the senior from Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia. As again, could be a double play candidate yet again here. Force anywhere with the bases loaded and 1 out. First pitch on the way to Reidner will be low. So that'll run it to a 1-0 count now. Brock over there at first, 4 for 5 in stolen bases, so it looks like he has good speed. Obviously, more than likely will not be stealing with the bases loaded, as that's a good pitch from Peyton there to catch the outer half. That'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, at this point, you'd love to see the Lions keep the Scouts scoreless here. And that could be definitely done with a double play. 1-1 on the way. That'll miss high there. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, Peyton began to show a bit of fatigue here. But even when he gets tired, he's still one of the best pitchers around. So we'll see what he can do here on a 2-1 count against the left-handed hitting Joseph Reidner. 2-1 on the way. That's going to be low and run the count now to 3-1. Cannot afford to walk one in here. I also don't want to offer a freebie up. What are you going to go to here on the 3-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the 7th? Peyton will look in for the sign and come set. 3-1 on the way. This one foul tip back into the net. Out of run is full at 3-2. Peyton with 4 strikeouts this evening. 1 walk and 1 hit by pitch. Plethora of different outcomes here on this full count delivery with 1 out and the bases loaded. Can the Scots finally get on the scoreboard? Or will Peyton Irvin still keep them scoreless? Let's see. 3-2 on the way. This one chopped down the third base line. It'll go left of the bag and foul. We'll have to wait for an outcome for at least another pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3-0 ball game, top of the 7th inning. Bases are loaded here. So we had a leadoff single from Zeke Gilbert. And then Josh Harvey able to reach via a walk. As the full count delivery on the way, fouled back into the net yet again. Have to wait for at least another pitch. Kenny Mills popped out to Tyler Nelson for a lone out. And then Savage pinch hit there for Harleman. And then now pitch running at first, Andrew Brock. So that's how all 3 of our base runners reached there at first, second, and third. And we'll do a full count with 1 out here yet again to the left-handed hitting right fielder Joseph Reidner. 3-2 on the way. P1 walks 1 in there. And that'll make it a 3-1 ball game. We'll see if that's the end of the line for Peyton or how long his string will be. He'll want another ball. He'll get another one. As he'll stay in there. As it'll still be 1 out. Base is still loaded. Now just a 3-1 ball game. And this will bring up to the dish the first baseman, Tyler Cox. I like the mindset from Coach Justin Scally. Peyton pitched himself in this jam. Let's see him hopefully pitch out of it. As Peyton will look in, get the sign. Tyler Cox 0 for 2 this evening. Full count delivery, first pitch to Tyler Cox, rather should I say. We still have a full count out there on the scoreboard. That'll be an 0-1 count now. Tyler Cox, the first baseman for the Scots. Again, Lions can still escape this one with the lead. That's Cox trying to prove otherwise. As Peyton comes set, 0-1 on the way. Swing and a miss at that one as well. Peyton looks to have his mojo back as he'll get ahead in this count, 0-2. A competitor out there on the bump, Peyton Irvin. So let's see what he'll go to here. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away in the inning. 1 across via that walk. Oh, 2 on the way. That's going to be in the dirt. Tyler Nelson does a great job to keep it in front of him, as he'll have to go over to his left and grab it, as that'll be 1-2 count now. As Peyton will walk back to the pitch at rubber. 1-2 count now with 1 out. Again, base is still loaded. Still only 6 hits combined between both teams. It's been a pitcher's duel here. But who will rule, the pitchers or the hitters here? 1-2 on the way. Again, that one's going to squirm her way behind Tyler Nelson. Not too far, though, as it just barely gets to the grass, as that'll even us back up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hopefully Peyton can induce a ground ball here. Hate to keep harping on the double play, but that looks to be the light at the end of the tunnel here with 1 away. Strikeout could also go a long way here. Plethora of possibilities yet again here on this even count pitch. As a 2-2 on the way from Peyton. This one hit up in the air. Carter has to retreat to his left a bit. He'll be out there in the right center field gap, tagging up from second to third and then from third to home, as that'll make it a 3-2 ball game. As coming home to score there will be the catcher, Josh Harvey. Tagging up second to third, it'll be Andrew Brock. As now we have first and third here. 3-2 ball game, 2 outs, and this will bring up the second baseman, Trevor Graventhine. So Graventhine has a chance here to tie up the ball game at least. And again, the Lions still have a lead, granted only by 1 run, and we can exit the inning that way as well. Tyler Roon looks to still be up down there in the Lions bullpen. As Peyton will look in and have this sign. His first pitch to Graventhine, hit up in the air, foul, and out of play behind us. 0-1 count now. These are the at-bats that define you, unfortunately. Peyton has had an incredible year, coming off potentially his best outing of the year last weekend at Berea, just 6 days ago last Saturday. Well, he went the complete game, albeit 7 innings, and only had 1 earned run there. Trying to have another 7-inning performance here. This is 0-1 on the way. Great breaking ball there. Looked to be at the knees. Won't get the call. 1 ball and 1 strike here. As Graventhine will wait. He'll take a few practice swings. Peyton will tow back in there on the rubber and come set. 1-1 delivery on the way. Looked like another good breaking ball there at the knees. Caught the outer third. I don't think anybody pulling for Piedmont in the green and gold agreed with that call, as that'll move the count ahead now. 2 balls and 1 strike. Peyton still very much so in the count here. Has Covenant been more particular with the pitches they've swung at here in the top of the 7th, and that's helped lead to 2 runs. 2-1 on the way. Same location, called a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Deuce is wild for the 5th time here this evening, and Peyton has a chance to stop the bleeding, get just 2, and get out of this one with a lead. Runners on the corners here, 2 outs. 3-2 ball game. Lions lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Peyton comes set on the rubber. 2-2 to Graventhine. In the dirt, good smother there from Tyler Nelson. That'll run us full at 3-2 now. As now with 2 outs here. You'd have to assume over there at first that Ridner will be in motion. There's a big pitch incoming here. P1 will come set, full count delivery on the way. Good breaking ball there. I guess it just missed high. And that'll be Peyton's 3rd walk of the day, as that'll walk the bases loaded. Now with 2 outs, Justin Scally will emerge from the Lions dugout. That will be the end of the line there from Peyton Urban. As we'll just officially make sure Coach will point down to the Lions bullpen. Hasn't pointed yet, but with the second mal-visited inning, obviously has to be a pitching change. As Peyton will hand the ball off there. He deserves a round of applause as he steps off the diamond for that performance. We're going to go to a break here. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Tyler Roon into the ball game. The sophomore right-hander been one of the most used relief hands, not only in the USA South, but in Division III so far this season. But first, the end of the line there for Peyton Irvin. What a great day from Peyton. 6 2/3, 2 runs earned, both allowed, obviously. 2 hits, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. All 3 of those walks coming in here in the top of the 7th inning. So it is yet to be determined if Peyton, he exits still in line with the win. It could possibly turn into a no decision, or it could be even into a loss, as all 3 of the guys on base all belong to Peyton. But Tyler Roon going to come in here and try to lock it down in the top of the 7th inning, as his first pitch is going to be a slider that sits on the outer half there, as this is going to be to the 9-hole hitter, the left fielder, Chase McBriar. McBriar this evening is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. As Roon will look in for the sign. 35 2 innings pitched for Roon this season, 3.03 ERA, 20 strikeouts to only 3 walks. And he'll throw another good slider there. Quickly ahead now, 0-2. Perhaps one of the biggest pitches and the biggest at-bats we've seen for the Lions this season. Lions look to strand the bases loaded. Tyler Roon's just 1 pitch away from doing that. He'll look in for the sign from his freshman backstop, Tyler Nelson. Calling time here is going to be McBriar. Roon to look in and come set. The 0-2 delivery on the way. That's going to be a 2-seamer off the plate there, as that'll run our count to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Still 2 outs, bases loaded here. As both of the Covenant runs have come across here in the top of the 7th. Besides that, zeros across the board. Lions scored all 3 of their runs back in the home half of the 5th inning. They'll have a chance to get some insurance here in the home half of the 7th. And hopefully still have the lead. 1-2 on the way. Good slider there. As it looked like Tyler just missed a little up there. As this will make deuces wild for the 6th time this evening. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Takes McBriar back into the right-handed batter's box. Roon comes set under the lights here at the Milk Jug. 2-2 on the way. In the dirt there. That'll run us full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. So full count here with 2 outs, and the base is loaded. That means everybody will be in motion. With everyone in motion, potentially something in the gap could score all 3. That's the worst possible news for the Lions fan. The best could be a strikeout. Roon's full count on the way. Everybody in motion. Chop to the left side. Kyle Carlson will throw it over to first, and the throw will get past the first baseman, Grant Olson. 1 run already came home to score. Another one will come home to score, and Covenant will take the lead 4-3. So still with 2 outs. Runners are on the corners. Covenant takes their first lead of the ball game, 4-3. This will bring up to the dish the designated hitter, Ken Burke. Burke 1 for 3 this evening. There's a strikeout, a ground out, and a single for him in 3 times around. As this will begin the 4th time through the Covenant lineup. That was a full count on the way to, the first pitch on the way to Burke. Pardon me there. We'll run it to an 0-1 count. Burke will take a good slider. So runner on third still belongs to Peyton. Neither one of those runs obviously will be earned. Coming home there on the throwing error from Kyle Carlson. As Roon will look in and come set. 0-1 delivery here will be in the dirt. Good play by Tyler Nelson to keep it within arm's reach there, as that'll even a count up at 1-1. Big top half of the 7th inning here as Covenant has brought 4 across as they have taken a 4-3 lead. The Lions brought 3 across in the bottom of the 5th. Besides that, we've seen zeros across the scoreboard. So only 2 innings we've had scoring outputs in for both sides. As Roon wants to just keep it as the lead is within arm's reach right now. As a 1-1 pitch gets a swing and a miss there from Burke, as Roon will move ahead now 1-2. Again, just one pitch from getting out of this one. Second error of the night there for the Lions was a costly one. Tyler will look over and come set. 1-2 delivery on the way. That'll miss high yet again. Deuce is wild for the seventh time. As again, we have 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on this time here. Top half of the seventh. 4 runs on only 2 hits for Covenant, 1 error. 3 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors for the Piedmont Lions. Two on the way. Slider will miss outside there. The count is full yet again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And yet again, we will see the runner on first moving here with runners on the corners. As that'll be McBriar at first. Full count on the way. That'll be another walk. The ball gets away, and the runner from third comes on to make it a 5-3 ball game. Coming home to score there will be Graventhine. And again, 5 runs have now come across here in the top of the seventh as the Lions can't seem to stop the bleeding. Still 2 outs. Now runners on first and second. Coming up to the dish, it'll be Zeke Gilbert, the shortstop. Gilbert 1 for 3, actually led off this inning with a single as he'll be the 10th Scot to come up to bat this time. First pitch from Tyler Roon here will be a slider at the knees, called for a strike. 0-1 count now. Lead still within reaching distance for the Lions. However, you hate to see dwindle away a 3-0 lead. It's now turned into a 5-3 deficit. Still 9 outs to play with Doe on the home half end of these innings. The 0-1 pitch there fought off. Now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Roon again moves ahead 0-2. Got to be able to finish these ABs. And tonight for Peyton will look like as follows. 6 2/3, 5 runs allowed, only 2 earned, 2 hits, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So another gem from Peyton Irvin as he will be in line for the loss. However, the best he could get is a no decision. 0-2 on the way. This one sent to the left side. Good backhand play from Braden Brooks. And that was going to be a tough play to make there. And that'll be an infield single. So Gilbert with his second hit of the inning. And now the base is loaded yet again with 2 outs. This will bring up the left-handed hitting catcher, Josh Harvey. As the Scots will bring up to bat here their 11th batter of the inning. As again, Piedmont almost looking to ask, when will the bleeding stop? Roon will come set. First pitch here will be a called strike there on the outer half, 0-1. Tyler been able to hit his spots here on the outside with his slider. But again, it's just tough for the Lions right now. Seems like nothing going their way here in the top of the 7th inning. Tyler will come set. His 0-1 here on the way. This one hit up in the air out to Carter in center field. Carter goes to his right. Oh, and it'll actually fall in front of Alex Gonzalez as 2 runners will come home and now a 7-3 ball game. So a 2-out, 2-run single there from Josh Harvey. His first hit of the day will produce 2 RBIs. Now runners on the corners in a 7-3 ball game. That was one Carter was trying to get to there, but he had no way of getting to it. Alex Gonzalez tried to lay out for that one, just goes off of his glove. As now with 2 outs here, still with 2 outs, this will bring up the 4-hole hitter, Kenny Mills. Lions down by 4 now as Roon will come set. 0-1 on the way. Good slider. Catch the outer half. 0-1 now. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. The 12th Scott to bat in the inning. That's now a 7-run inning for Covenant here in the top of the 7th. 0-1 on the way. That's going to be in the dirt. Good block there from Tyler Nelson, as that'll even our count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. How the tide turns for the Lions. A 3-0 lead heading in the top of the 7th. And now with 2 outs in the inning, they trail by 4 by a score of 7-3. As Roon will check over at first, he'll come set. The 1-1 delivery here, big slider, that'll miss up and out of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Two-1 to Mills on the way from Roon. Good slider there. That'll even it back up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild for the 8th time in the ball game. And if you're keeping count, the 4th time here in the top of the 7th. So let's see if the Lions can finally get out of it here. With 2 strikes and 2 outs in the top of the 7th. 2-strike hitting as well as 2-out hitting for Covenant has been incredible here in the top of the 7th. Roon's 2-2 on the way. Great slider there. Does it look like that hit on the outer third at the knees? Instead, it'll be ruled a ball. So yet again, we'll do a full count with 2 outs. Runners on the corners here. So over there at first, we'll see Harvey in motion with a full count and 2 outs. Roon will come set. Full count on the way. This one hits straight up in the air. This will be in the infield. The second baseman, Scott Lyon, will catch it for out number 3 and finally stop the top of the 7th inning. 7 runs come across for the Covenant. They were scoreless coming in. Now they have a 4-run lead over the Lions. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Welcome back here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Scotty Lyon will lead us off here in the home half of the 7th as the Lions trail 7-3 to Covenant College Scots. 0-1 count now as Jackson Rao still on the mound pitching here for the Scots. Be a ball 2 there. That'll even us, or ball 1 rather, should I say, on pitch number 2 to line. 1 ball and 1 strike here. 1-1 delivery from Rao, swing and a miss from Lyon. 1-2 count now. Scott 0 for 1 as he's reached via walk and struck out looking through 2 plate appearances thus far. 1-2 on the way. Good slider there, misses off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lions had a big inning there back in the home half of the fifth. They're going to need another one here to catch back up, as Covenant had a huge inning there at the top of the seventh to bring across 7. As Scott won't chase that slider there, out of run is full at 3-2. Well, leadoff base runner is what the Lions need. Get back here in this ball game as they trail by 4, 7-3. Full count on the way. Scott swinging a miss at that slider. Good pitch by Jackson Rowell for out number 1. With 1 out, this will bring up the shortstop, Braden Brooks. Braden 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout looking. First pitch to Braden will be low and in there. It'll be called strike number 1 as Jackson Rowell picked up right where Bryce Bollinger left off. The inning and a third thus far as they'll throw strike number 2, 0-2 now. Inning third, only 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, and no walks. It's a sidearm righty. Has a slider with a large bite to it here. As Rowell will look in and come set. As Bebo will step out here and call time. As no Aaron will stand on deck here, do a third in the inning. 0-2 on the way. Bebo will not chase after that one. As they'll say he did not go. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Appeal down the first after that one. Getting the clouds beginning to separate here as the sun begins to set. 1-2. Braden sends that one out to right field, and it'll get down. That'll be his first hit of the night. Be hit number 5 on the evening there for the Lions, as that'll turn over the lineup card and hand the bat to Noah Aaron. Noah is 0 for 3. Did have an RBI ground out his last time up, which was able to produce run number 2 on the evening. See what Noah can do here. Continue to move the line and hand the bat to the next guy. He'll take one in the dirt now. 1-0 count. Looks like we got some guys playing catch down there in the Covenant bullpen. It looks like Justin Manis is up down there in the Lions bullpen. As a 1-0 to Noah, will be a slider that'll sit right down the middle. That'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Add a hit of 5 hits. As this one will be fouled off there, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 count now, 1 out. Over on first is Bebo with his first hit of the evening. Now Noah's going to work from behind here against Rowell. Noah swinging a miss at a good slider there, and that'll be strike number 3 and out number 2. Now with 2 outs, this will bring up to the dish Alex Gonzalez. Gons with an RBI single his last time up. Rowell been the best reliever out of the bullpen so far this season for the Scouts, and he's proven that this evening as well. As he'll throw that ball off and want a new baseball. He'll get one here. As he'll have to face his former teammate, Alex Gonzalez. Again, Gons 1 for 3 with an RBI single, a strikeout, and a flyout this evening. Taking off over there at first will be Braden. Throw goes into center field. Braden going to advance to third. As the center fielder, Kenny Mills, will pick it up there. That'll be the second error of the night for Covenant. And we've seen 2 throwing errors there from Josh Harvey. As that'll be the 3rd stolen base that evening there for the Lions. So now we got a runner on third here. A 1-0 count to Alex Gonzalez and 2 outs. So again, any run will help here. As Gons just need to find a way with 2 outs to get that run home. Gons will take a slider with a large bite to it there from Rowell. It'll sit in the zone, and that'll even up our count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, it seems like the Lions just need something to get back into this ball game. Obviously, after that 7-run top of the 7th, that'll be a ball 2 and 1. 7-run top of the 7th kind of hurts your mojo a bit. As you see, feel like if the Lions can at least get 1 here in the home half of the 7th, that would help and prove to be rather large to move it into the later innings. 2-1. Gons gets under that one, sends it to the right side. It'll be in shallow right field. The first baseman trying to find it, Tyler Cox. He does on the foul line down there in shallow right field for out number 3. Braden Brooks able to get us a single there as he gets the third, but that's all the Lions will get. Not able to bring him across as they trail by 4, heading to the 8th. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. The sophomore right-hander Tyler Roon is going to begin his second inning of work. As here in the inning, it'll be the third baseman, 5, 6, and 7 due up as Andrew Brock will take his first swing of the night, as he was a pinch runner for Savage, who pinch hit for Harleman. So now Brock has assumed duties defensively at third base. Will now hit here in that 5-hole spot, as he'll take the first one for a ball. Tyler Roon looks to have a clean inning here, as the Lions still have 6 outs to work with offensively and try to get 4 runs at least in that time frame. As we'll have time called here by the freshman backstop Tyler Nelson, as he'll go out and talk to his pitcher there, Tyler Roon. So we got a 1-ball, no strike count here. As Roon will look in for the sign here, he'll come set. As our 1-0 delivery on the way. Slider hit to the right side. Diving stop there by Scotty Line. Gets it out of his glove. And safe at first is Brock. Good speed down the line there. But a great effort and a great diving stop by Scotty Line. Just couldn't get over there the first in time. As we'll have a leadoff infield single. This will bring up the left-handed bat of Joseph Reidner. The right fielder 0 for 2 this evening. Has reached via a walk. It's a righty-lefty matchup here between Roon and Reidner. Reidner will take a first pitch slider there, outer half. 0-1 count now. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Top of the 8th inning from the Louder Milk Field. As the Lions trail by a score of 7-3 against the visiting Covenant College Scots. So 0-1 from Roon will instead be a pickoff attempt over to first, as Brock able to get back in time. Again, the Lions looking to hang up another 0, which they've done in every inning except for that top half of the 7th, as they hung up a Covenant able to hang up a cricket number in the form of a 7. As that'll be in the dirt there. That'll even our count up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, if you're just joining us, 7-3 ball game. 7 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors there for the Scots. 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors for Piedmont. There's a big error there in the top of the 7th. Cost the Lions potentially 5 runs, it looks like now. There's a swing and a miss there. Got a 1-2 count now. Tyler Roon able to induce a ground ball against his first batter. With the bases loaded, Kyle Carlson just throwing a little left of Grant Olson over there at first. 2 runs came home on that one, and then 3 runs followed there in the inning As a 1-2 on the way, that's going to even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So again, a 2-2 count now, no out. Stop at 8th inning with a runner on first here. And Tyler Roon facing a left-handed right fielder, Joseph Reidner. 2-2 to Reidner will be hit up in the air and foul and out of play down the third baseline. As we'll do 2-2 yet again here. Covenant in search of their 3rd conference win of the year and win number 11 overall. The Lions were in search of win number 14 and the 6th conference win of the year. However, it looks like the Lions, if things hold, will get loss number 12 on the year and loss number 2 in conference play. Reidner just able to fight that one off down the third baseline as it stays in play, but it's foul. As we'll do a 2-2 battle here yet again. Roon will check over at first and come set. His 2-2 on the way. Reidner will take that one in the dirt. That'll run us full at 3-2. Full count here, no outs. And a runner on first here. 7-3 ball game as Roon will look over and come set. Full count on the way, runner in motion. This one hit up and out of play behind us. As Brock was almost to second there, as he'll have to return to first. Looks like we got a few guys up and throwing down there in the Piedmont bullpen now. As Roon will look over at first and come set now. What does he go to on the full count? Instead, he'll go over to first. Almost caught Brock leaning off of first there. Still searching for out number 1 here in the top of the 8th. As now, Roon will come set. Brock, good lead over there at first. They'll check on him. As Grant Olson will apply the tag back safely. As we'll do the full count here yet again. So 3-2 count, none out in the inning. Righty-lefty matchup here between Roon and Reidner. Full count on the way, Brock in motion, and they'll ring up Reidner at the plate. So that'll be out number 1. Brock still second there with no throw. So now with 1 out, this will bring up the right-handed first baseman, Tyler Cox. Tyler Cox is 0 for 2. Tyler Cox 0 for 2 with an RBI, as he was able to get a sac fly and an RBI his last time up. As Brock got wheels out there at second, Tyler Roon will step off and look him back before he even throws a pitch to Cox. As Roon will look in and come set now. Looks back at second. Brock, good lead. Tyler will again step off, as I guess he saw him out of the corner of his eye, dancing a little bit too out there on the base paths. As Roon will come set yet again here. First pitch on the way to Cox. It'll be a slider at the knees. That'll catch in the zone. 0-1 count now. Again, we got a beautiful weekend here from Piedmont University. A lot going on athletic-wise. As tomorrow afternoon, we'll have baseball doubleheader at 1 and 5. Men's lacrosse at 1 p.m. as well. Men's and women's tennis will also be playing host to the Covenant College Scots. As this one hit up in the air, Tyler Roon is going to call off his defense, and he'll catch it there for a pop-out number 2. So now with 2 outs, still a man on second here in the top of the 8th inning. This will bring up to the dish the 8-hole hitter, the second baseman, Trevor Graventhine. So Graventhine will hit here with 2 outs. He's 0 for 2, has reached via a walk. So he's flown out twice and also scored a run. First pitch to him on the way from Tyler Root, a slider that is going to miss away to the right-handed hitter. 1-0 count now. So 1 ball, no strikes here, 2 outs. Brock out there on second. Graventhine in the right-handed batter's box. Tyler Root on the mound here. One 0 from Root on the way. Big slider and a big swing and a miss induced there. That'll even our count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. If you've been tuned in on the Lions and you hadn't got a chance to look over at the Braves, the Atlanta Braves are up 3-0 over the Cincinnati Reds here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Mets are beating the Nationals 3-1, and the Rangers are beating the Blue Jays 6-0 in live MLB action. As our 1-1 from Tyler Root on the way here. Big slider and another swing and a miss there from Graventhine. Is Tyler able to get ahead 1-2 here with 2 outs. And now 1 strike away from potentially hanging up a very important 0 here. Tyler will look in. Graventhine will take a couple of practice swings. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss there in the dirt. Tyler Nelson applies the tag for out number 3. Tyler Root able to lock him down here in the top of the 8th as the Lions need 4 more runs here, and they have 6 outs to play with heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Lions have the heart of the lineup due up here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. As leading us off, it'll be the center fielder, Carter Ballstad. I'm Brett Loftus here for Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Carter this evening is 1 for 3 with a stolen base. He also has a ground out and a fly out in his 2 other at-bats. Jackson Rao going to be out here for his 3rd inning of work, as he, just the same as Tyler Root, throws that really big slider from the right side at about sidearm action, maybe a little 3-quarter action, as he'll start Carter off with a first pitch strike. Then he'll miss there a lot on the outer half, or outer half, rather, should I say outside. That'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So now with a 1-1 count here. Carter's 1-1 delivery. Carter will take the 1-1 delivery, rather, should I say, from Rao. As Ballstad moves ahead, 2 balls to 1 strike. 2-1 on the way. Carter will take that one in the dirt as it rolls to the backstop. And Ballstad ahead, 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, being down by 4 runs, the Lions need some milk jug magic. And that all starts with base runners. 7 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors for the Scots, for the Lions. 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors. Exact same line score bearing the runs, as the Scots have 7 of those. Lions only with 3. Both teams with 5 hits, both teams with 2 errors. Carter will take a slider there. He went to go ahead and take off the shin guard, and the home plate umpire with a late strike number 2 call, and that'll run our count full at 3-2. So Sir Carter will step back in there. 3-2 on the way. Carter will chop that one back to the pitcher. Rao will underhand it to first for out number 1. So now with 1 out, this will bring up the cleanup man, Hunter Kane.
Now batting the DH number 20, Hunter Kane.
Hunter this evening is 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts, as he'll come up here with 1 out in the home half of the 8th inning. Try to get something started here as the Lions are down to their final 5 outs now. Rao's first pitch to him will miss away to Hunter Kane. 1-0 count now. As after Hunter, it'll be the third baseman, Carlson, who stands on deck. Rao exclusively out of stretch here. His 1-0 pitch on the way will again miss outside. 2-0 count now. Seems like Rao is beginning to tire here in this 3rd inning of work. As Rao through 2 1/3 thus far, 2 hits, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Big slider there that'll be inside. 2 balls and 1 strike here. Seems like the home plate umpire has been calling strikes a little farther in tonight, has not given that outer half too much, as that one's hit straight up in the air. This will be out in shallow center field. Will it fall in? 3 converge on it, and the right fielder, Joseph Reidner, will catch it there for out number 2. So with 2 outs here, this will bring up to the plate the third baseman, Kyle Carlson. Kyle able to get his first hit of the night. His last time up, he's 1 for 3 with a ground out and a fly out. Kyle looking to hopefully get a 2-out rally going here. That looks like what the Lions need here, down by 4. As the first one on the way there, a slider that'll miss outside. 1-0 count now. And again, Rao beginning to show fatigue as he's missing with his slider outside. However, when he's hitting it in the zone, Lions cannot seem to find the barrel with it, as that'll be a little farther in on a catch to the outer half, as Kyle will even it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rao will come set, 1-1 on the way. He'll get ahead now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 count now with 2 outs. Rao just 1 pitch away from getting 3 up and 3 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. As he'll come set, gets the sign, 1-2 on the way. Kyle chops this one to the left side. The shortstop, Gilbert, is going to have to make a tough play, and the throw will sail. So Kyle reaches via an E6 throwing error. He gets back on the bag. Maybe potentially that's what the Lions need here, is that'll be the 3rd error of the night for Covenant. So now with 2 outs, this will bring up the first baseman, Grant Olson. So the shift on here for Grant Olson. He'll take 1, send it out in the shallow center field. That one will get down. Kyle was moving on contact. He'll go first to third. Grant Olson with hit number 2 of the evening. And maybe the Lions will cook it up something here with 2 outs. As runners on the corners, 2 away. This will bring up the backstop, Tyler Nelson.
The catcher number 35, Tyler Nelson.
Justin Scally will call time here, as it looks like we might see a pinch runner here for the Lions. As we will see a pinch runner, as our pinch runner for the Lions, it'll be Hudson Truxell. Huddy with good speed over there running from first. So we'll see what he can do here. Tyler Nelson at the dish. Tyler having a good night thus far. 2 walks, as he's only been retired once, and that was via a strikeout. He'll take a slider there off the plate. 1-0 count now. As again, just bragging on Tyler's plate discipline. His last time up. As the 1-0 delivery here moves it to 2-0. Great play by Josh Harvey to keep that one in front of him. As now we got 2 balls and no strikes here. 2 outs. Maybe Nelly can get something he can handle here. as the sophomore Jack Gilson will stand on deck, as he will hit in place if Nelly can reach here Scott Lyon. 2-0 on the way. Nelly will take that slider for a strike there, as that'll hit the outer half. As that'll be 2 balls and 1 strike now. Rouse 2-1 on the way. Nelly won't go for that one, as that'll be in the dirt at 58.5 feet. And Tyler Nelson is working a plus count here. 3 balls and 1 strike. It's 3-1 count here. 2 outs. Runners on the corners. The Lions trail by 4. They need runs, obviously. As a 3-1 on the way from Rao. Tyler will take that one, slider right down Broadway. That'll run us full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kyle Carlson over there on third. Hudson Strauch will pinch running here for Grant Olson. We'll see Huddy in motion here, obviously, with a full count and 2 outs. See what Tyler Nelson will do here. Rao, big slider there, and he'll get strike number 3 and out number 3 here to end the 8th inning. Tyler Nelson retired, 2 left on, heading to the 9th. The Lions trail by 4. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Justin Manis will be the third pitcher tonight here for the Lions, as he'll come on to get the potential 3 outs here in the 9th inning. Now playing defensively for the Lions will be Owen Helgeson at first, and at second it'll be Jack Gilson. So the pair of Hillgrove High School products will come in here to play defensively for the Lions in the 9th. As the Lions will have to face 9, 1, and 2 of Covenant College lineup. As leading us off here, it'll be the left fielder Chase McBriar. Man is throwing it from the side here. First pitch to McBriar will be a sinker that sits in the zone. 0-1 count. Seeing a lot of sidearm guys here in this game. As we saw Tyler Roon. Also saw the right-hander Jackson Rao for Covenant. And then here Manis. Manis will miss there. That'll even our count up at 1-1. Manis had missed majority of the non-conference play with some off-season injuries. He had to have surgery on his throwing arm, obviously back here now. As his 1-1 on the way, that almost hit McBriar as he'll fall behind 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, Owen Helgeson playing at first, Jack Gilson in second. So different right-sider infield defensively. And Justin Manis on the mound. 2-1 delivery here to McBriar. This one hit in the air down the first baseline, foul and out of play. As that'll even our count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Manis threw one appearance this season. He had 1 inning pitched. That was 1 hit. He had 2 strikeouts and no walks. No runs allowed, none earned as well. He's now had 3 appearances as he'll get a strikeout here, his first of the night. Going to be out number 1 here in the top of the 9th inning. 3 appearances, actually, for Manis this year. As he pitched against Emory, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned, rather should I say. 2 walks and a strikeout. Against Berry, 1 inning, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, and 1 walk, no strikeouts. And then Berea, so still perfect here in conference play. He had a perfect inning, well, not a perfect inning, but a scoreless inning, rather should I say, where he gave up a hit and had 2 strikeouts. As the first pitch here to the leadoff man, Ken Burke, will be a slider that misses and actually goes to the backstop. 1-0 count now. So we got a 1 ball, no strike count here to the designated hitter. Burke 1 for 3 this evening as he's reached via a single and a walk through 4 plate appearances. This being plate appearance number 5. So this will begin the 5th time through the Covenant lineup, as that'll be a slider that'll again miss outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Manis will come set. Kyle Carlson playing in down there at third. Burke will chop one to him. Kyle will gather up, throw it to first. Owen Helgeson will catch that one low, but it will be called for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Mr. Manis. Is now up to the dish. It'll be the 2-hole hitter, the shortstop, Zeke Gilbert.
Now batting for Covenant shortstop number 16, Zeke Gilbert.
Zeke Gilbert, the lone Scot to have a multi-hit evening, as he's 2 for 4 with a run scored and 2 flyouts. 5 hits for the Scots. 2 of them obviously coming from Gilbert. No extra base hits, as Gilbert will foul that one off to the backstop. 0-1 count now. As we've had 11 hits in the ball game, no extra base hits on either side. We've had 11 singles this evening. How about them apples? As Manis will come set. His 0-1 delivery on the way will be a slider that'll miss away. That'll even our count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 7 runs on only 5 hits for the Scots. 3 errors in the field for them. For the Lions, 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors in the field. 1-1 on the way from Justin. A check swing there. That'll be sent down to first base. Owen will make the play. Call off Manis, and he'll step on first for out number 3. Justin Manis, 3 up, 3 down. Good inning for him as he stays a scoreless appearance, and it's still a 0 ERA in conference play. Heading to the bottom of the ninth, the Lions need 4 to extend it and 5 to win. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Eight, 9, and 1 due up here for the Lions in the bottom half of the 9th inning. They'll need to get at least 4 again to extend the ball game and 5 to win it. As Jack Gilson will get his first plate appearance of the night as he replaced Scotty Line defensively in the field, and then he'll lead us off here in Scott's spot in that 8-hole. As they'll take a called strike number 1 from Jackson Rao. Rao came in to pitch there to begin the sixth inning, as he's pitched the 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then here in the 9th, he's going to try to get 3 more outs and pick up a win here. There's a 1-1. Gilly will take a swing and a miss at that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Rao has yet to receive a decision this season. He's trying to make the first one he receives a W. 1-2 on the way. Gilly able to fight that one off as it'll go foul and out of play down the first base line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2 on the way. Gilly swinging and a miss at the slider there. I actually say foul tipping into the catcher's mid. Either way, it'll result in a strikeout in out number 1. Now with the 1 out here, this will bring up to the dish Braden Brooks. Braden's 1 for 3 tonight. He's able to steal a base his last time up as he reached via a single. So Lions are 2 outs away from suffering loss number 12 on the year and their second loss in USA South Conference play. However, a rally is still yet to occur. Hopefully they can get one right here. Maybe a little milk jug magic here in the 9th inning as Braden will take one off the plate there from Rao. 1-0 count now. Appears as if we have some gentlemen down there playing catch in the coveted bullpen. As Bebo will take a strike there at the letters on the outer half. 1-1 count now. But, I mean, hey, why put it anybody else the way Rao's been throwing? As he'll throw yet another slider here that'll catch the inner half. As he'll move ahead 1-2. Has been able to work ahead. He's been able to work ahead on a lot of these Piedmont hitters. As Braden will call time and actually step out here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's got a 1-2 count on the way. Braden will take a slider that's ruled low. So now Rao and the Brooks battle will even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes here with 1 away. As complete darkness is fell on Demers GA. 2-2 on the way. That slider's going to be in the dirt and run us full at 3-2. So 3-2 count here, 1 out. Maybe if Bebo can reach, a rally can potentially start. It's not like Covenant is leading by an insurmountable amount, as they're only up by 4 by a score of 7-3 here. The problem is, do the Lions have enough time with 2 outs here in the home half of the 9th inning? So Rao will step off here. He'll look back in for the sign. Big pitch incoming here with a full count and 1 away. Braden able to chop that one. Actually goes off Rao's shin. Rao will float it over there, and just stepping on first in time will be Tyler Cox, and that'll be out number 2. So with 2 outs here, pitch hitting for Noah Aaron. It'll be the right fielder Heath Waldrop. So Noah Aaron's conference hitting streak will come to an end at 6 games. Noah didn't contribute tonight, able to get an RBI ground out, though, as now this will be bringing up to the dish again Heath Waldrop. Heath swinging at the first pitch there, swinging a miss at that slider. 0-1. Heath has 1 hit on the year, as he's 1 for 8 with a double. We can take a repeat of that right here. As we'll actually have time called by the catcher Josh Harvey, as he'll meet out there on the pitching mound, as Rao will slap his chest after to say my bad. As a no ball, 1 strike count here, 2 outs. Oh, 1 on the way here. Heath is swinging a miss at that slider. And now just 1 pitch away are the Covenant College Scots from getting back in the win column and getting win number 11 on the year and conference win number 3. So Rao will look in. He'll actually step off here and want a different pitch. So he'll come set. 0-2 on the way. Heath the swing and a miss at a third straight slider, and he'll sit down for out number 3. 7 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors for the Scots as they deemed victorious as the Lions only 3 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors. Into the postgame show as the Lions lose by 4. I'm Brett Loftus here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Lions really the only positive, I guess, offensive performance you could say. Obviously, no Aaron at a ground out RBI, but unable to get a hit. Alex Gonzalez, an RBI single. Carter Ballstat extends his conference hitting streak to 7 games now. He's hit safely in every single Lions conference game. Kyle Carlson 1 for 4. Grant Olson with the only multi-hit game for the Lions, though. Another great game for Gio as he goes 2 for 4. Only multi-hit game there for the Scots is going to be Zeke Gilbert, who goes 2 for 5. Big game there from Josh Harvey, the Covenant backstop, who was able to get 2 RBIs up. The winning pitcher, it'll be the man who finished it out there, Jackson Rao. And then the losing pitcher will be for the Lions, Peyton Irving. It's kind of unfair that baseball works that way, as Peyton only had 2 earned runs. However, he surrendered 5 of those, which ended up being the death of the Lions. We'll start the doubleheader tomorrow at 1 p.m. And, hey, the Lions can still win this conference series. Make sure you're out here at 1 p.m. as tentatively right now it'll be 1 and 5 p.m. for our doubleheader. For Brett Loftus, Daniel Percival, Troy Wyman, and Joe Garwood, as well as my main man running the scoreboard tonight, Mr. Dalton Mueller. Thank you guys for tuning in here on Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Stay safe out there. May God bless you all. And win, lose, or draw, go Lions.